Lady Galadriel.
Mithrandir. Gwenwini nunudwi.
Nain ingwistantifanes. Malowechia I Kirilorian. I'd no idea Lord Elrond had sent for you.
He didn't. I did.
Saruman.
You've been busy of late, my friend. Gandalf, the enemy, is defeated. Sauron is vanquished. He can never regain his full strength.
Gandalf, for 400 years we have lived in peace, a hard-won, watchful peace.
Are we at peace? Trolls have come down from the mountains. They are raiding villages, destroying farms. Orcs have attacked us on the road.
Hardly a prelude to war.
Always you must meddle. Looking for trouble where none exists.
The spirit of Sauron endured.
And has been banished.
He will flee into the east.
Gondor should be warned. They must set a watch on the walls of Mordor.
No.
Look after the Lady Galadriel.
She has spent much of her power. Her strength is failing.
Take her to Lothlorien.
My lord Saruman, he must be hunted down and destroyed once and for all.
Without the Ring of Power, Sauron can never again hold dominion over Middle-earth. Go now. Leave Sauron to me. Smoke rises from the Mountain of Doom. The hour grows late, and Gandalf the Grey rides to Isengard, seeking my counsel. For that is why you have come, is it not? My old friend.
Saruman.
You are sure of this?
Beyond any doubt.
So the Ring of Power has been found.
All these long years, it was in the Shire. Under my very nose.
And yet you did not have the wit to see it. Your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind.
But we still have time. Time enough to counter Sauron if we act quickly.
Time? What time do you think we have? Sauron has regained much of his former strength. Concealed within his fortress, the Lord of Mordor sees all. His gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh. You know of what I speak, Gandalf. A great eye, lidless, wreathed in flame. Very soon he will have summoned an army great enough to launch an assault upon Middle-earth.
You know this? A Palantir is a dangerous tool, Saruman.
Why? Why should we fear to use it?
They are not all accounted for, the lost seeing stones. We do not know who else may be watching.
The Nine have left Minas Morgul.
The Nine?
They crossed the River Eisen on Midsummer's Eve, disguised as riders in black.
They've reached the Shire.
They will find the ring. And kill the one who carries it.
Frodo.
You do not seriously think that a Hobbit could contend with the will of Sauron. There are none who can. Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory. We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron. It would be wise, my friend.
Tell me, friend, when did Saruman the Wise abandon reason for madness?
Gave you the chance of aiding me willingly, but you have elected the way of pain! Friendship of Saruman is not lightly thrown aside. One ill turn deserves another. It is over. Embrace the power of the ring, or embrace your own destruction.
There is only one Lord of the Ring. Only one who can bend it to his will. And he does not share power.
So you have chosen death.
We must hold this course west of the Misty Mountains for 40 days. If our luck holds, the Gap of Rohan will still be open to us. From there, our road turns east to Mordor.
What is that?
Nothing, it's just a wisp of cloud.
It's moving fast. Against the wind. Crabite from Dunland! Hide!
Spies of Saruman. The passage south is being watched. We must take the pass of Caradhras.
So, Gandalf, you tried to lead them over Caradhras. And if that fails, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the mountain defeats you, where then will you go? If the Will you risk a more dangerous road?
There is a fell voice on the air.
It's Saruman! Save the Mother!
Pass over the mountain! Let us go under it! Let us go through the mines of Moria! Moria. You fear to go into those mines. The dwarves delved too greedily and too deep. You know what they awoke in the darkness of Khazad-dûm. Shadow and flame.
Over the bridge! Hi!
Shadow! You shall not pass!
Forgive me. I mistook you for Saruman.
I am Saruman. Or rather, Saruman as he should have been.
You fell.
Through fire and water. From the lowest dungeon to the highest peak, I fought him, the Balrog of Morgoth. Until at last I threw down my enemy and smote his ruin upon the mountainside. Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again, I've been sent back until my task is done.
Gandalf the White. Gandalf the Fool. Does he seek to humble me with his newfound piety?
There were three who followed the wizard. An elf, a dwarf, and a man.
You stink of horse. The man.
He bore a strange ring. Two serpents with emerald eyes, one devouring, the other crowned with golden flowers.
The Ring of Barahir. So Gandalf Greyhaim thinks he has found Isildur's heir. The lost king of Gondor. He is a fool. The line was broken years ago. It matters not. The world of men shall fall.
The veiling shadow that glowers in the east takes shape. Sauron will suffer no rival. From the summit of Barad-dûr, his eye watches ceaselessly. But he is not so mighty yet that he is above fear. Doubt ever gnaws at him. The rumor has reached him. The heir of Númenor still lives. Sauron fears you, Aragorn. He fears what you may become. And so he'll strike hard and fast at the world of men. He will use his puppet Saruman to destroy Rohan. War is coming. Rohan must defend itself, and therein lies our first challenge, for Rohan is weak and ready to fall. The king's mind is enslaved. It's an old device of Saruman's. His hold over King Theoden is now very strong. I release you from the spell.
You have no power here, Gandalf the Grey.
I will draw you, Saruman, as poison is drawn from a wound. If I go, Theoden dies. You did not kill me. You will not kill him. Rohan is mine. Be gone.
By order of the king, the city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep has one weakness. Its outer wall is solid rock, but for a small culvert at its base, which is little more than a drain. How can fire undo stone? What kind of device could bring down the wall?
If the wall is breached, Helm's Deep will fall.
Even if it is breached, it would take a number beyond reckoning, thousands to storm the keep.
Tens of thousands.
But, my lord, there is no such force.
Theoden is walking walking into a trap. He thinks he's leading them to safety. What they will get is a massacre. Theoden has a strong will, but I fear for him. I fear for the survival of Rohan. He will need you before the end, Aragorn. The people of Rohan will need you. The defenses have to hold.
They will hold.
The Grey Pilgrim. That's what they used to call me. 300 lives of men. I walked this earth, and now I have no time. With luck, my search will not be in vain. Look to my coming. At first light on the 5th day. At dawn, look to the east. Theoden King stands alone. Not alone. Go hit him! To the king!
What do you want, Gandalf Greyhaim? Let me guess. The key of Orthanc? Or perhaps the keys of Barad-dûr itself? Along with the crowns of the 7 kings and the rods of the 5 wizards?
Your treachery has already cost many lives. Thousands more are now at risk. But you could save them, Saruman. You were deep in the enemy's council.
So you have come here for information? I have some for you. Something festers in the heart of Middle-earth. Something that you have failed to see. But the Great Eye has seen it. Even now, he presses his advantage. His attack will come soon. You are all going to die. But you know this, don't you, Gandalf? You cannot think that this ranger will ever sit upon the throne of Gondor. This exile, crept from the shadows, will never be crowned king. Gandalf does not hesitate to sacrifice those closest to him. Those he professes to love. Tell me, what words of comfort did you give the halfling before you sent him to his doom? The path that you have set him on can only lead to death.
I've heard enough! Shoot him! Stick an arrow in his gob! No. Come down, Saruman, and your life will be spared.
Save your pity and your mercy! I have no use for it!
Saruman, your staff is broken.
Grima, come down. Be free of him.
Free? He will never be free.
No.
Get down.
Saruman, you were deep in the enemy's council. Tell us what you know.
You withdraw your guard, and I will tell you where your doom will be decided. I will not be held prisoner here.